we're going to have somebody you don't know about, but two people you don't know about.
Okay.
We're going to have the preacher in the current season, which, darn it, I cannot remember his name.
Reverend?
The preacher, he's in there. He's not a bad guy. He's a good character. And we have the king's first hand from the kingdom in the current season. So those two guys get down there. Maybe somebody else. I'm not sure.
All right.
And I don't remember their name. But I think those two will get down there.
Okay, cool. So we start off, if we're talking about season 3, we start off with a very sick Andrea, and we see her with this woman who has a samurai sword and 2 walkers that she is leading around without arms, without mouth.
Iconic imagery.
Yeah. I mean,
do you know the backstory for those guys? Have they got to it in the show?
I just have found out in season 4 that one of them is her boyfriend.
Yeah.
The other one, I'm going to assume, is either her brother or her boyfriend's friend.
I think it's her boyfriend and her, either boyfriend's brother or her brother. I can't remember.
Okay.
Something like that. Yeah.
I couldn't quite figure out. I do get the feeling though from what I've just seen, because I'm on that episode where they, are doing the flashbacks, and it was such a contrast to see a happy Michonne and actually have makeup on. I mean, not saying that she's not a pretty woman, that's not what I mean, but for her to have a expression other than but we meet her, we see very sick Andrea, and they have met at some point in the winter and have been traveling.
Yeah. So they've been traveling. Let's pause there for a moment. What do you think about the whole notion of her with the chain guys, which we saw a little bit in the Dark Knight's comic with the chain Robins?
Yes.
It's very similar.
Yes.
Very similar. But they have the notion of slathering themselves with the blood of the zombies makes them a little more. The zombies can't
not
see
noticeable.
Yeah, not noticeable, which is what she's going for there. They use it a few times in the actual story, but I always wonder why they don't do that more, since the zombies cannot see them.
I don't know, and I think her way of doing it was ingenious.
Yeah.
But answer, and maybe I just haven't gotten to this part yet, but the way she described, ultimately she has to behead them at first trying to evade notice when they get to the town where the governor is.
Yeah.
But I took that at first that these were people that she hated.
Yeah. If you take into account that she do love these people,
right? Okay.
It makes it all the more, like the moment you said you had with Lori and Carl and the baby. It's kind of man, it's deep.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That these aren't random walkers.
Yeah.
These are either her boyfriend or husband and brother-in-law or brother.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I totally get that. But back to Andrea.
Yeah.
So we see them get to, what was the name of the? I can't remember the name of the town.
I can't remember.
Okay, we get to non-zombie town with the governor.
Governor Central.
Governor Central. Okay, so we get there, and I've noticed in TV, anytime you see something that's too good to be true, it's too good to be true.
Yeah.
If it's in TV and everything else looks bad, and this looks really, really nice, what are they hiding?
Yeah, it's either it's too good to be true, or in the case of Rick's standpoint, it's going too good and something's going to happen because it is too good to be true.
Point taken.
Yeah.
Point taken.
So you see this place is too good to be true, and what do you think from that point?
It was too good to be true.
Did you think the governor was sadistic as he turned out to be?
No, absolutely not. Did I trust the governor? No, absolutely not. Did I think the governor was as evil and sadistic as he turned out to be? No, absolutely not.
Well, it's always funny because it always falls in the place of in this current situation that they're in, some of what they're saying sounds plausible. It sounds like it's needed for the current situation. We need a leader. Maybe we have to do some unconventional things because we're in unconventional times. But it's like, well, most of these guys who wind up being the bad guys, they always take it too far.
Correct. And, do I think that the governor was not a nice person or a good person to begin with? I don't say that he was or he wasn't. I say certain situations bring out the best and the worst in people. And for him, it brought out the worst.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. And in season 4, where he makes the comment of, I survived. That was his end game, his survival. By any means necessary to survive him.
Which, you always have to weigh that, am I surviving the right way, To just survive is not...
That's called Kyle Can't Drive. Welcome to the next episode of Kyle Can't Drive. Kyle's behind an 18-wheeler that's going 40 miles an hour and it's pissing him off. He's trying to get around. Kyle can't drive. Okay, anyway, back to The Walking Dead.
Oh, there's a moral in the next episode.
Pigs in space. No, anyway. In a world where Kyle can drive. But seriously, back to season 3. The thing that got me at the end of it was, and I think it was end of season 3. It may have been sometime in season 4. Was the death of Andrea.
Yeah, very surprising and almost unnecessary.
Yes.
Sometimes I wonder, is it the writing that's pushing for some of these people to go? Because some of them, they act on the show, but they're also like huge fans of what they're doing.
Right.
So I always wonder, like, okay, is it this actor saying they want to do something else? Their time is up, and it's not only Walking Dead; it's any show. Is it a person wanting to move on decision, or was that in the writing early on?
So, in regards to that question, I posed the question of wondering how true this is to the comic.
Yeah, true. True.
Did Andrea die because that's when Andrea died in the comic?
I don't know. Could be. From what I've heard, and I have not read the comic, so I'll make that statement. But they take liberties, when it benefits the show in this format, and I think that's the right thing.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So just kind of focusing on season 3. On the other hand, we see our people from Herschel's family /camp and the people we've come to know in season 1 come together as one, which I thought merging and consolidating those two was really interesting. However, one of the things that I hated about season 3, but I am going to compliment this actor, is we saw Merle's return.
Yes.
I hate Merle.
He's awesome.
Oh, I hate Merle.
As Yondu.
He is a racist. He is a racist, and you would call... Okay, I do...
He's awesome as Yondu. But in the show, he did get on my nerves. I will admit that. But
okay. I was
He's still alive in your...
No, he's dead now.
Okay.
Thank goodness.
He came around, though.
He did come around to some degree. But I still... Even though I do like Michael Rooker as an actor, because he is able to make you hate him so quickly and so easily, he has to be a good actor to make me have that emotion to where I am saying, I can't wait for you to die.
Yeah, but you know what? I think you're missing the point of Merle.
Okay, explain.
And the point of Merle is, you see where Daryl has come from.
True.
We early on, we knew that Daryl was not the most, I'm not going to say trustworthy, but he was a very shady character. And we see where Daryl's coming from. And to see where he's moved to, it helps his journey, because it shows, like, this is what he grew up in. This was his big brother. This is
what Daryl could have been.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
Because it's funny that you said that, because I have noticed that since the death of Merle and the fact that he went off with Merle and left the group trying to do right by him, I've noticed that the moral compass of Daryl has like gone up. I mean,
it starts to shift. Yeah,
and I trust Daryl.
Oh yeah.
100%. I don't see, but I'm agreeing with you. I think that made him so much more trustworthy.
Yeah, I mean, it's the age-old story you see with people who, we always say people are a product of their environment, but you do see people who come from shady or even good places. Some of them embrace where they came from.
Some don't.
And some of them choose to, plot their own path. And that makes Daryl's path all the more poignant to see that he's going on a brighter way, I guess. As bright as it could be in the zombie apocalypse.
So we see in this season, in season 3, we see, the whole thing of this existence isn't good. We see Glenn and Maggie get kidnapped, that held hostage, getting beaten by the governor's people, by Merle. They insinuate that, I don't think they raped her, but they did humiliate her by, stripping her down and then bringing her in front of Glenn to even more humiliate both of them. I mean, very cold, very sadistic.
If you think that's cold.
Yeah, I know.
Stay tuned, buddy.
Wait to Negan, I know.
Stay tuned.
So, I think so I was upset. It kind of like touched me when the mother died. But it really got to me when Andrea died. And I think it was more of Michonne's reaction than it was Andrea's death.
Yeah, and again, like, to me, we talked about Daryl, but this is kind of where Michonne starts to be less hearted and more a bit, I don't say loving, but she's more reachable.
Right, agreed. And I think it is where Rick really didn't trust Michonne. And it was Carl, actually, that endorsed, said she needs to stay.
Yeah.
And this whole friendship or camaraderie that I'm seeing between her and Carl is cool.
Yeah, it is.
Like a level of respect, or like, I'm going to go look for comic books. Oh, no, I'm not going to read them. Okay, well, I'm going to get them anyway, or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying.
And it's always good to again, see them have some semblance of hope in this zombie apocalypse.
Yes. So the way we end, and we'll end this video on a similar note, but we see season 3 end with the governor basically assassinating everybody in the town.
Yeah.
And, go
he's
off
crazy,
on his
folks.
own. Huh?
So he's crazy.
He is crazy. And, we see the people in the town actually, meet other people, most notably, I can't say her name, but you can because she's on Discovery.
Sonika Martin Green?
Yes. Which I have immediately I like her.
Sasha.
Yeah. Yeah, and her brother Malcolm. I like them.
Yeah.
And I would say this, and I said this to you earlier.
Is it Malcolm or Terrell?
Huh?
Is it Terrence?
Terrence. I said the wrong name. I would not want to be a black man around that group.
Well, hey, that's the #1 horror movie stereotype.
I don't see this as a horror.
The black guy dies first.
Okay, but I'm just saying I would not want, because it's like, okay, T-Dog got killed.
Oh, T-Dog, that was bad.
That
was bad.
That was bad. Then we get
T-Dog's the only one that got killed.
No. Then there's the guy that was the inmate that joined them. He was so briefly there.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Because he got killed when they went to the town the first time.
It might be a reoccurring pattern. I'm not going to say if it's true or not.
I'm just saying I would not want to be a black man in that group from what I've seen so far. So, we will be back more talking about The Walking Dead.
Talking Dead.
That's no copyright infringement.
Can't use that.
No. We are Driving Dead.
Discussing Dead
while driving. That sounds like, do not discuss your dad while driving. But what you can do is feel free to like the video, share it with your friends, and of course, as always, subscribe to our channel. And we'll be talking, walking, driving, dead, just whatever.
Maybe you want to change that.
Bye.